Part 6, The Language of Self-Love.
In Part 5, we learned about judgment and how it creates conditional beliefs. Let's look at a method of communication that allows us to shift judgmental opinions into neutral messages. It allows us to move past judging ourselves and others.
We begin by defining neutral, anything that is undefined by a judgment. A tree is neutral. It is just a tree when judgment doesn't label it otherwise. If it crashes into the house, judgment defines it as a bad tree. And then again, it may be a good tree if it produces fruit or shade. Either way, the tree is no longer just a neutral tree. To make it unbiased once more, simply remove any judgments. Neutral embraces the idea that there is no right or wrong, good or bad, nor should or shouldn't, only opinions. This is the hallmark thought of neutral. Lastly, neutral's gift is inner peace, which means it's fine with me whichever side of judgment others choose. It's okay if they do or do not support the ideas that work for me. Trying to make everyone believe what we believe is not inner peace, even if we force them to agree with us. Inner peace is an inside job. As the name implies, no one outside of us can give it to us. This is why neutrality is the path to self-love. It allows our mind to remain calm and at peace. When our mind is at peace, we will know we love ourselves. We no longer judge ourselves. Alexander Pope, an 18th century English poet, wrote, "He knows to live who keeps the middle state, and neither leans on this side nor on that." Neutral is the mid-course, not good or bad, not right or wrong. It is the center of the road. Living from neutral, self-judgments are removed. Being perfect is not a must. By making our past mistakes neutral, they lose all of their emotional energy. They give self-love breathing room to grow. All of a sudden, mistakes are neither good nor bad, but just what happened. They sharpen our pencil. You can simply say, "I wish I had done it differently. Next time, I will." In other words, neutrality removes the shame energy that separates us from loving ourselves. Neutrality is a position of power and choice. It is from neutral that a grasshopper can decide his next move. We can change the direction of our lives in the same way. A single point where we are the most effective. No longer do judgments interfere with our decision-making. Let's take a quick look at neutral's partner in life. Since neutrality is simply a state of being, where there is neither good nor bad, and things just are, it leads us quickly to the center of life, the now, time itself. The neutral now is neither the past nor the future, but rest in between them. It is where we find love living. It is the only place and time we are able to express our caring, kindness, and forgiveness. Here's what's happening. Our anger sweeps us into the past to review reruns of stored drama. Our fears and worries hustle us into the future, where stress and anxiety await us. In both the past and the future, we lose our alignment and remain powerless to resolve the situation. We also lose our ability to give our love to others and ourselves. That is the pain we experience. Said another way, what drags us out of the now and into the past or future are judgmental beliefs. Turning these beliefs back into thoughts and ideas removes their emotional energy, and we return to the now where alignment is possible. Now that we better understand neutrality, the question is judgment good or bad? Did I catch you? Judgments are neutral, neither good nor bad. I was taught, as many of you may have been, that they were bad. However, judgment and neutrality are opposites, the same way war and peace are opposites. Here is what is happening. Just because neutrality and judgment are polar opposites doesn't mean one is good and the other is bad. For instance, the North and South Poles. One is not good and the other bad. They are both neutral. The difference between neutrality and judgments is not that we should do one and not the other. That is a judgment. The difference is that judgments will cause us to slip out of alignment, and in doing so will create emotional pain. Neutrality, on the other hand, supports alignment and self-love, both of which are impossible within the context of judgment. So do we want a life filled with peace or want to wash in conflict and resentment? The choice is ours to make.
The next question to be addressed concerns neutrality. Is it necessary for complete forgiveness? I have found the answer to be yes. But before we talk about how this comes about, let's take a quick review.
1. There is no good or bad, right or wrong, nor should or shouldn't. Only opinions of such. It is important to recall that we are taught our judgments and that everyone has different ideas concerning them. 2. Neutrality removes judgment. Since judgments push our behavior out of alignment, their removal allows us to realign our behavior to our reality of love. Neutrality opens the door to self-love. You may recall alignment and self-love are identical twins. Both require loving behavior.
Upcoming in Part 7, Understanding Neutrality.